Hi everyone, I'm Ken from CryptoTradingKS and the inventor of the CTKS Method and BORSOG trading. And please note, I don't have WhatsApp or Telegram. From my 30 plus years in financial markets, I explain the smart money mindset to assist you to be more of a financial blessing to yourself and those you love, gaining real wealth and positive excellence in the process. If you're going through a life pullback at the moment, please know that our global family's love and healing thoughts are with you. You're not alone. The sun will come out again, and there is always hope. And a very big congratulations to Jaya Salan on being awarded the Art CTKS Partial Master Scholarship. Well done, Jaya. As a community, we focus on smart money principles, and we're not like retail at all. We seek to get on the right side of the percentage. When people are leaving the dance floor, you'll notice the price starts to come up. This is where extreme wealth is made, in times like we're just experiencing right now, as many people have left the dance floor. The ones that stay can make intergenerational wealth, but they must know what they're doing. And the first thing that you must do is your daily three-dimensional risk management code, and I go into this in depth in episode 685. One thing that we know, we control the trade or investment, but the market controls the return. When we're aware that the market could go down, go neutral, or go up, and we cover these three percentages, just boiling the dominant one up to the first part of the code. Then in brackets, this is our portfolio. If the market moves the way we think, how will this impact our portfolio? And then how synchronized in with the market do we feel? Do we have the Midas touch? Or the opposite of that? And we know the institutions are always trying to desynchronize us. In a bear market, it's an absolutely brilliant time to learn as much as you can. Inside the masterclass, the first thing that we do is to mark up our charts with the CTKS method. This reveals institutional buy and sell levels. Then we look at the outside of crypto world. And understanding world events and collecting probabilities is really, really important, as you'll see soon. Then we pop back into the crypto market, enhancing our pattern recognition, finding the market's focus, and understanding that opportunities reset daily. But before we buy or sell, we must master fear. This is more easily said than done, and positive excellence and real wealth is the path. And then there are so many methods to buy and sell. In the last session, the major indices all came down. Stocks dropped after readings on the service sector activity and factory output suggested the economic system remains resilient, even though the Fed is raising the rates. In episode 731, I did a very deep dive on Jerome Powell's speech. The markets absolutely rallied after Jerome gave his speech, but the speech content is anything but positive. It's really, really negative. Please check out that episode. We've been talking about this for quite a while. Fed to weigh higher interest rate increases next year while slowing rises this month. Brisk wage growth may lead officials to consider raising policy rates above 5% in 2023. While approving a 50 basis point increase in December. As markets rally, the 5-year and 10-year break-even inflation rate just go up, and we can see this, and the 5-year forward inflation expectation rate also goes up. This is the problem that the Fed has and all central banks around the world have. As the markets rally, inflation expectations increase. We can see that yields are actually increasing. And the federal funds rate prediction for April 2023 is already 4.925%. We can see as the yields have been going down, the major indices have been coming up, such as the Nasdaq. But when the yields rise up at the moment, at the present time, the major indices retract, and we can see that in the Nasdaq. We can also see it in the S&P 500. It took quite a hit in the last trading session. We were talking yesterday about the Dow. The Dow really took a hit in yesterday's session. And why do we look at this? Because Bitcoin cannot escape the stock market's gravity. Even though the FTX scandal broke out and the fraud of Sam Bankman-Fried was exposed, Bitcoin has come down, but it's still moving in directional correlation with the major indices. Masterclass students, you get my live chart here in LV24. It's approximately 9 days to the next FOMC meeting, and the probability of a 50 basis increase is 79.4%. You can see in our community, we don't just read the headlines, we go back behind the headlines to find the source data. Rule 225 is an important one. All markets are interdependent and intercorrelated, and Bitcoin and crypto cannot escape the stock market's gravity. We saw in the past session the VIX just coming up a little bit, which put negative pressure on price. And also, we can see the dollar just kicked up, putting negative pressure on gold. And also, bond prices starting to come down, yields starting to come up. Oil is starting to retrace, and we still have risk on sentiment as measured through junk bonds. At a time like this, professionals are keeping their eye on the DXY and also the VIX. If the DXY spikes up and the VIX spikes up, that will put negative pressure across all markets globally. Masterclass students, you get my live chart in TM6. We can see that the VIX has been coming down for quite some time. We're actually just anticipating that the VIX will start to spike. Price is always moving in a wave, so it's very, very likely, it's incredibly probable that the VIX will start to correct. In the past trading session, we saw the DXY rebound from the smart money buy level that is formed through the object dynamic market structure process of the CTKS Method version 2, that 104,113 level, and it came all the way up to 105,357. ODMS, or Objective Dynamic Market Structure, is only formed through the CTKS Method version 2, and that will be out inside the masterclass and also to the public on December the 11th. If you would like to know how to actually mark up price action so you see smart money sell levels and smart money buy levels, you can see just how powerful they are, just how predictive they are, and they're unlike recent price action or RPA. We can see that the dollar is just rejecting this 105,357 mark just right now. It's currently 105,280. We have resistance above at that 105,357 and resistance above that at 105,663. Support below 104,391 and support below that 104,113. Please let me know in the comments, where do you think the DXY is headed within the next 24 hours? We can see global markets have been rallying. Even China's market has been doing really, really well. This is despite all the protests for COVID lockdown. The Wall Street Journal says China's stock rally is still vulnerable. China set to ease COVID curbs further as markets cheer chains of tact. In a couple of days, new nationwide COVID rules are due. And this is following widespread demonstrations last month. And we can see China's market rallying. This is very, very good for the stock markets globally. There's a lot of positive momentum within the stock markets globally at the moment. And when we look at the S&P 500, the 9 sell-offs and recoveries since 1966, married to the current price, we can see that we've actually done very, very well. This is a long, extended wave. Price is always moving in a wave, so we would expect retracement at some stage. And when that retracement comes, it will be the end of the world, as reported by newspapers. But the real key is, so long as we don't actually violate this 3577 mark, we're looking really good. And if we come down to around the 3813 mark, we're also looking good. If we just come back to 3813 and resume up, that is absolutely fantastic. That's what we want. The reason that we look extensively across external markets is we need to understand how our beloved alts could be moving in directional correlation with Bitcoin. because we know from Rule 45, no alt can escape Bitcoin's gravity. We can see that there's still a lot of fear inside the crypto market, and when we zoom in, it's currently around 26. Total crypto market cap tells us just how interconnected and intercorrelated the markets are. When we had the spike in the DXY, it drove the markets and crypto down because it sucked the risk out of the system. And this is what we need to be aware of. If we get a spike in the DXY, that will drive crypto and the stock market down, just as a spike in the VIX will do so as well. Both together, not so good, but we just got to be aware of it. And what actually happened, the total crypto market cap came up to about $828 billion. It's now at 806.8 billion. And we can see that we passed through a smart money support level at 808, sliced through it, but money is coming back into the market to see if it can turn that level to support. The next support down, and this is crypto-wide, is 799.232 billion. If we actually lose that support level, it's not looking so good, because the next major support is at 707.806 billion. That's quite a way down. And when we look at this, this is not unlike Tesla. When the DXY and the VIX spiked up, what did we see with Tesla's price? It lost this very key objective dynamic market structure level, ODMS, at 192.48, and there's actually two there. It actually lost both of those structural support levels, and it fell down, and it's currently falling down, and it has three support levels underneath it. One at 179.18, another one at 178.07, and 174.60. One thing to bear in mind, and Tesla has performed incredibly well this year. When you have exponential ramp ups, you get a increasing weight of overhead resistance above. If Tesla loses the 174, it's actually a long way down to the next support level, just like crypto market cap, so please be aware of this. What did we see in Bitcoin's price action? Price rallied up to the smart money sell level at 17,425, couldn't get above it, and was rejected down. And we could see that as the dollar, the DXY spiked up, it brought crypto down, and also the stock market as well. Where's the next smart money buy level? It's at 16,649. It's very critical that we hold on to this 16,649 level. If we don't, we could drop substantially. And where does the options market, Max Pain, have us going to? If Max Pain theory holds, 16,750 is the level for the next 24 hours, but you can see it jumps up to 17,250 for the next day. Let's see what happens. Please let me know, where do you think Bitcoin is going for the next 24 hours? Masterclass students in TG34, you'll get my live chart here. This particular chart talks about the shorts and the longs. The shorts are in red, the longs are in green. And we can see a lot of longs came in when price was going up. And of course, this shaded area is the weekends, and this indicator is inside the masterclass. What we actually saw, the longs came in and they got liquidated. Now what's happening at the moment, we've seen a certain number of shorts getting liquidated, but it's mainly on the long side. In the past 24 hours, there's been 68.52 million in total liquidations across 23,342 positions. And 23,000 is like weekend trading. It's just not that much. Well, 10 to 20. So if we look at total liquidations across the past 24 hours, about 53% have been long. What about the past 12 hours? About 88% long. The past 4 hours, 93% long. That's certainly in keeping with the DXY spiking. But what about the past hour? Whoa, ay caramba! It's gone the other way, 92% short. But we can see we're really at low volumes at the moment. No decisive market action just yet. In crypto news, Metaverse comes in second place for Oxford's Word of the Year. And the Indonesian government central bank plans to make their CBDC the only legal digital tender. Good luck with that. You can see more and more countries are creating CBDCs. They just have to. They have no choice. Over the next 3 to 5 years, it is expected that CBDCs will replace stablecoins. But not crypto. Crypto is the ownership layer of Web 3.0. It has a completely different function than stablecoins. Malta prepares to revise regulatory treatment of non-fungible tokens. And it's seeking to have NFTs removed from their virtual financial assets framework since they're unique and non-fungible, and a property of money is that it's fungible or divisible. So it's incapable. NFTs, they say, are incapable of being used as payments for goods and services. It kind of makes sense, actually. In other news, USDC issuer Circle terminates SPAC merger with Concord. Brazilian crypto industry gets regulatory clarity amid global uncertainty. The Chamber of Deputies of Brazil, the lower house of the country's federal legislative body, has passed a regulatory framework that legalizes the use of cryptocurrencies as a payment method within Brazil. And it's estimated that 10 million Brazilians, or about 5% of the population, trade crypto assets. It's going to be a lot more now. SIBA Bank partners with Hashkey for institutional crypto adoption. SIBA Bank has its headquarters in Switzerland and a presence in the UAE and also India. And SIBA Bank is all about crypto. They say your crypto assets always belong to you and no one else. As a Swiss regulated bank, our client crypto assets are 100% segregated from our own balance sheets, in addition to being stored in highly secure custody solutions. And what is the Hashkey Group? It's your destination for financial grade digital assets in Asia. And they've been operating since 2018 and they're headquartered in Hong Kong with operations in Singapore and Tokyo. Audit firm Mazars to verify KuCoin's proof of reserves. Pakistan launches new laws to expedite CBDC launch by 2025. And Galaxy Digital to acquire Celsius's GK8 in bankruptcy garage sale. You can see a lot is happening in crypto. So what were the greatest gainers over the past 24 hours? Axie Infinity, Synthetics, CRO, FTM, SAN, Dash, and Litecoin. And the greatest losers in the top 100, Cello, TWT, Nexo, IMX, HNT, LDO, and 1inch. Let's look through the top 8 alts and we can see just aligning with Bitcoin's gravity, Ethereum and Bitcoin just moving together. Wow, they're just married. And what about BNB? What happened with Bitcoin's gravity as Bitcoin came up? What did BNB do? It came up. As Bitcoin's gravity exerted negative pressure, what happened to BNB? It came down. This is why it's so important to look at Bitcoin's gravity. And what are we seeing with XRP? We're seeing moderate uptick when Bitcoin went for it. And when it came down, it really came down with XRP. But look at this strength in XRP coming back. Not great percentages, not just very small percentages, but showing strength. That's what we want to see. And look at how Doge literally exploded at the top and then collapsed down with Bitcoin's gravity. Very, very good to keep an eye on what Bitcoin is doing. If you don't have a look at Bitcoin, your alts will bleed. There's no question about it. And when we look at ADA, ADA is just following Bitcoin's gravity, just aligned. So is Matic. What about DOT? Aligned as well. And look at Litecoin. It absolutely, utterly took off as Bitcoin was coming up. This is probably something to keep in mind. The next time Bitcoin comes up, maybe keep your eye on Litecoin. But what did it do when Bitcoin retraced? It came down, and it came down hard. As a community, we focus on real wealth and positive excellence. With positive excellence and real wealth, money is the outcome of just putting in place the right process. And J-Link said something really good. Money should just be a tool. Money as a goal can make people destroy everything around them while chasing for the wrong thing. Absolutely agreed, my very wise friend. And thank you to everybody who reached out and said hi to Kate. It's really beautiful of everyone. And Dan said, fear-based thinking is just so pernicious and feeds on itself. And you might say, what is pernicious? It's a subtle, harmful effect. Nice one, Dan. Some days hearing the creed at the end of the episode really reinforces my Zone 3 and Zone 4 defenses. Choose courage. Beautiful. And it's so great to see people commenting. Very nice, Brad. Yes, Charles is awesome. Also, as a community, we focus of getting out of the panic zone and the blame zone. This is where people are tied to the concept of certainty. They have to actually know which way price is going. In truth, price is always moving in a wave, and it's just all about probability and observing objective dynamic market structure, or ODMS, which is revealed through the CTKS method. A big part of actually the bridge from Zone 1 and Zone 2, which are the terror zones, into the fantastic zones of Zone 3 and Zone 4. One is, of course, learning, and learning requires forgiveness and a lack of blame. Blame keeps people stuck, but another is to just understand the rules of making money, and percentages and dealing with percentages is absolutely one of them. As a community, we're always seeking to get onto the right side of the percentage. And Rajat had a really good comment. Compound interest is a simple example of the power of percentages. Our 10-5-10 rule is another great example. Thank you, Rajat. And we also talked about money. So Rajat said, money is valuable. Money in your pocket is wonderful. Money in your mind is a problem. And this is what our positive excellence principles are based on. Money and success is a result of doing the right things. Very nice, Rajat. And Biddy said, my favorite part of the creed is always moving in a wave. Currently, it's opportunities reset daily. And Sinman had a fantastic perception on money. Making money in Zones 3 and Zones 4 is so laid back. Win or learn, you come to understand that money plays a small role in your positive excellence lifestyle. Awesome, Sinman. It's just so awesome to see people comment, and just ace. It's just ace to see you comment, my friend. If you have friends or family who could benefit from positive excellence, and what we do here each and every day, please introduce them to our community by sharing a video. We'd love to see them here. We have one of the best communities on YouTube. It's just so fantastic to see everybody's comments. I appreciate you all very much, and I'm so grateful to be here with you, sharing this time together. It's so easy in Zone 3 and Zone 4 to slip back into Zone 2 and Zone 1. Life is just full of so many challenges. That's why doing the CTKS Creed daily is so valuable. If we don't put in positive statements into our mind, the mind will just create negative ones. Negative statements are so disempowering, and they suck all of the fun and happiness out of life. Yuck! The first line of the CTKS Creed, I know the universe wants me to succeed. Every day I show kindness, integrity, and gratitude. I know opportunities in life reset daily. I am worthy, I go slow to go fast. I start small and scale with BORSOG. Life pullbacks give me the strength for the next life rally. I am dedicated and committed. I win or learn and never blame. And as a community, we're all about smart money buying and selling. Please don't be like retail. Retail just tends to get crushed. We don't want to be there. Stay safe out there, my friends. Take care and see you next time. Bye for now.